What's up, everyone? In this special edition of Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, we are on site on location at Manlius Pebble Hill with James Wildhack, and happy to be here with James. So, James, first and foremost, how you doing?
Good, how are you? Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So, bring me into the Manlius Pebble Hill experience. It's a different type of school. I mean, it's a very I don't even know how to describe it. It's not what you anticipate for a high school to be. It's almost like a college hybrid of a high school. What do you think about it?
Yeah, it's a really great community. I've been here since sixth grade, so I got to spend all of middle school here.
Yeah.
I moved here from Connecticut, but I've loved it ever since. It's obviously different, but I think it does a great job preparing you for college, and it's kind of cool to have the same friends and like the same teachers and same environment over the year, because you can like see the growth you have and the growth they have with you. And the sense of community here is awesome. We still have obviously we have our pep rallies and stuff like that, but it does challenge you a lot academically, and it really brings the best out of you, which is awesome. And the relationships you have with the teachers are really special.
You coming into this community was, not your typical kind of ushering into a new place with your dad obviously taking over at Syracuse as the athletics director. So what was the experience like coming in from Connecticut?
It was awesome. The city and everyone was super welcoming. Everyone was just happy to have us here, and it felt really good moving into a new environment and being welcomed like that. We got comfortable really quickly, and just being able to be in this community has been awesome the last 5 or 6 years.
Favorite part of Central New York so far?
Possibilities.
Okay.
They got really good food.
Okay. I should not be surprised that when I asked you your favorite part, could have been anything, that you picked food. We are very, I would say we should be very well known for our food. We have a lot of good food.
I think it's criminally underrated.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. So what do you get at Possibilities?
I get their bolognese,
Okay.
which is really good. I like that a lot. That's probably my favorite dish.
So you being here academically, you talked about it a little bit, great for education. I want to stick with that for a second. Do you know what you want to do? Have you found a field that you've really fallen in love with?
No, not really. I just want to put myself in a position academically where I can have the ability to kind of explore that, and just when I decide what I want to do, I have the resources and the knowledge to go 100% into that.
Basketball side of things, bring me into your passion and kind of where that all got started.
Well, I mean, obviously, I've been around sports my entire life. My parents really introduced me to everything. They didn't push me in a direction. I tried lacrosse, baseball, basically every sport, and they kind of just said, we support you 100%, do whatever sport you want, even if you don't like sports, we want you to be happy and we want you to succeed. But really the past few years and being able to play with my brother and kind of be on a team, there was just something about basketball and just the game that I kind of fell in love with over time.
What is it about the game that, like you said, you tried basically every other sport? Why did you fall in love with this one?
I mean, I didn't really take it seriously at the beginning of middle school, like during that moving period, but kind of once I got settled here, I started seeing this culture of basketball in Central New York, packing the dome, going to all these games, screaming fans. And I really liked that environment. So it made me try the sport more. And, the more work I put into it, the more I got out of it. And kind of just seeing that, the work I put in, the more I got out of it. And seeing that growth over time, it just made me want to get better and better and work harder and harder.
And you said you got to obviously play with your brother Tommy. Just what that experience has been like.
It's been really special, especially this year being his senior year. I'm going to miss having him on the team next year, but it's fun, it's kind of fun to share that experience with someone. I love being on the court with him. He's the smartest player I've ever played with, just from a basketball IQ. I mean, he'll say something before it happens, He's a great player. I love playing one-on-ones with him, working on our games. It's kind of at the point where we both know what we're going to do, and it's, just who can stop the other person. It's kind of 50-50 now, which is really fun.
And for that, as you grow, I mean, you obviously can understand each other's game and, like you said, read each other's mind. So when you're on the floor, what does that do to create maybe some opportunities that other people don't have, where you almost have that telekinesis where you know where he's going to be, or maybe you know how he wants the ball and what that does for you?
I think it's just the understanding of, he knows where I'm comfortable. He knows where my spots are. I know where he's comfortable and where his spots are. And we kind of, we play off each other. It's a little like balance, or like he'll drive in, I'll rotate, and he'll like know where I'm gonna be before I'm even there, and he trusts me and I trust him, and it's just great to see that bond build.
Best part of your game up to this point, in your opinion?
What do you mean?
Like, what you think your best attributes are on the court?
I think I'm there 32 minutes to give 100% effort, 100% hustle. You know, I want to be on the court, and I think I want to fight on defense, and I think my ability to stretch the floor with the three has helped us a lot this year. So I just think, you know, being there every night and just giving it my all has helped us.
Where have you improved the most, in your opinion?
I think this year, you know, credit to the coaches and my teammates, I've been asked to be more of a ball handler this year, and obviously that comes with a learning curve. But I think as the season goes on, I'm starting to get more comfortable and make more of the right reads off of screens and stuff like that. I want to develop my game more as a facilitator, and I think they've given me the opportunity and the coaching to do that, and just having my back has been really cool.
You've been able to play with your brother, Tommy, like you said, you're going to miss him after this year. What are your thoughts? I know you're in this season and locked into this, but in the back of your mind, what are you thinking about in a season where he won't be there?
I mean, obviously I'm going to miss him, but, you know, he brings leadership to the team. He brings just the knowledge of the game to a team that we're going to miss a lot. And, you know, I'm trying to take everything I can from him while he's here, and just him helping me become the best player I can be, and me making sure he has one good ride his last season is just all we've been focusing on.
Coach Evan Dortis, obviously his connection to Syracuse University and this community has been huge, and his family in this community building up student athletes. What can you say about Coach Dortis and what he's done for you?
I mean, it's been awesome. He's been here. I can remember when his dad was my modified coach. He'd come up to the practices. I'd tell him, hey, shoot a half-court shot. And then we'd have a half-court shot shootout. I think I still owe him like 50 push-ups or something. He's not getting those, but I still owe them to him. But, I mean, his dad and him have been great mentors to me. You know, even outside of the season, doing off-season workouts, especially this year, they've just taken my game to another level. Their knowledge for the game and the passion that they have for the game, it really shows, and it makes us want to work harder. And, I mean, I have the utmost respect for them as coaches and as players because, I mean, they don't miss.
And for you, when you look at what they've done and how they've helped you in so many different facets, what are you most grateful for from the Dortis family?
Their honesty. You know, they hold us accountable to a certain standard, but it's because they care about us as people, and the life lessons they have taught us through the game of basketball, I've applied academically and through other facets of my life, and I don't think I would be the player, the person I am today without, you know, having them mentor me.
And obviously Syracuse right down the road. Is there a hope to be there someday and to have a place there? What are your thoughts?
I mean, honestly, it would be awesome. My brother's going there next year, and obviously my family's enriched in the university, so it'd be awesome to go there. But right now I'm just focusing on this season and just focusing on getting through junior year.
And a final point here, and we do something on Wake Up Call called Rapid Fire, where we get off the court, we talk about literally anything that we want to. You get to know me, I get to know you, and more importantly, you get to know James. So we're going to go 3 questions apiece. Nothing prepared. I have no idea what James is going to ask. He has no idea what I'm going to say. So I'll go first. Favorite movie of all time?
Ooh, Inception.
Good choice. Okay, so let me ask you that. This is a 1B to this. Is it reality or is it not? Like, when we see that spinning top, what are your thoughts?
See, the first time I watched the movie, I just kind of sat there for a minute. I was like, wait, that's the end? I went back and watched the ending, and I was like, oh my gosh, I think he's still in the dream. But I think he accepts it as reality, so I think he's going to be content in it.
Okay, all right. That's an interesting take. It's definitely one you got to go back and watch multiple times. What's your first one for me?
Favorite genre of music?
Oh, man, that's tough. Probably R&B. Hip-hop's very close, and I'm a fan of the 80s, 90s. There was a lot of good that came out of there. So now is not, it's not the same, it's not bad, but R&B growing up was just a different world, so I'd probably say that. My second one for you, James, what are the single best qualities individually of your mom and your dad?
I mean, just the knowledge that my dad has in any facet of life, you know. he's just always been such a great mentor and a great father, and he's always looked out for me, and he's always believed in me. And my mom, she's always been there for me, throughout school, throughout everything. She's just so loving and just wants to see her 2 kids succeed, and she'll do whatever she can to help us.
Sounds like you have 2 good parents.
Oh, they're awesome. They're rock stars.
Awesome. Second one for me, what do you got?
Favorite shoe brand?
It's not on purpose. I'm a style guy. So it has to hit me a certain way. And I have a ton of orange shoes for purposes we all know. It's my hometown. And then I have like red and yellows because I like the flash. So my shoes have to kind of speak to me, and I like having unique ones. Usually the ones I wear, I don't see a lot of other people wearing, but it ends up being Nike more often than not because they seem to understand the color combinations I like.
They got some great colorways.
I would say that. So my last one for you, James. If you were writing a message in a time capsule that's going to be open in 100 years, what's the one thing you would write?
Ooh, that's a good one. Am I still alive to open it?
Yeah, say you're alive.
I would just say, I hope you're still eating bolognese.
Okay.
Something like that. Hello, world.
Nice. I'm thinking about, is he going to go deep? Is he going to, give us some advice on the future? I hope you're still eating bolognese. Hello, world. Nice. What's your last one for me?
Well, you mentioned Flash, so is he your favorite superhero?
He's not. He's my favorite DC superhero, but my favorite overall of all time, it's a tie. And one of them's kind of an anti-hero, but Venom and Spider-Man are my 2 favorites. Way before the world. What'd you say?
Did you see the new movie?
I did, yes.
Oh,
many
it's
times.
awesome.
You liked it?
Oh, I loved it.
So now, did you see the other Spider-Man iterations? Like, did you know about Tobey?
Yeah, I watched the Raimi trilogy and the Andrew one too.
And so in the 2 that Andrew did, I'm actually in the second one.
Really?
Yeah. So the scene of the chase in the beginning with Paul Giamatti,
Yeah.
he's in the 18-wheeler and all the cop cars hit the 18-wheeler. I'm one of the 5 guys that comes out of the alley.
Actually, I gotta go watch it again.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I actually got to film it. They filmed that week in Rochester, and I was a part of it.
That's sick.
So I said, technically, because of what they just did, I'm in the MCU. Because they just bonded them all together.
It's canon.
Yeah, it's canon.
Spoiler alert.
So for James Wildhack, myself, Dan Tortora, this has been a special edition of Wake Up Call. James, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been awesome.
Yeah, come out and support James and Manlius Pebble Hill. We look forward to talking with you all soon, and be well.